Federal government makes U-turn at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, returns passengers to old terminal. Hey, can you imagine after suffering people? Immediately they made Festus Keyamo aviation minister. He just went to the airport one day and just saw what he saw. Only God knows what he saw, and he shut down the old terminal and reversed people to the new terminal, which is limited in capacity. Yeah, I think they almost started using the MMA2, which is the second terminal of the local airport. Yeah? Now he has seen that he has thrown jeopardy into the business, and now he's reverting it, because there's no way the new terminal can take the traffic. Okay, I'm not talk of forcing people to go to Abuja to go and fly. Abi, that can't work. Even though Nigeria is small, the traffic level is also high for the airport. And so shutting down the international airport, the old terminal, doesn't make sense because it's bigger than the new terminal. Now, wow. The federal government has made a U-turn over the relocation of foreign airlines from the old terminal of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. So the federal government did this. Okay. It would be recalled that the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) had relocated passengers from the old terminal to the new terminal 2 weeks before the October 1 deadline given by the Minister of Aviation, Mr. Festus Keyamo. The relocation of passenger processing from the old terminal to the new one, according to FAN, was necessitated by the recent fire outbreaks at the old terminal. However, the relocation has caused passengers and airlines operating at the terminal several inconveniences, as all the airlines were relocated in one fell swoop. Can you imagine? Confirming the reversal, FAN's Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Abdullahi Yakubu Funtua, said the directive had been complied with immediately. Now, in a tear statement, he said this is to inform the traveling public that the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Mr. Festus Keyamo San, has graciously allowed the use of the D-wing of the old Murtala Mohammed International Airport to complement the new terminal in order to ease facilitation of passengers through the airport. The use of the D-wing for processing of the passengers has since commenced. The old terminal will be renovated in phases. Is that not what it's supposed to think first? Thinking first till last, and lasting first. Swinging into action without thinking, without risk assessing, and without determining what to do. Aviation analyst Cindy Foster, in a chat with Daily Trust, said it is a good decision and a sensible solution to the current situation. We all understand the need to utilize the new terminal for an improved passenger experience, but the sudden move was too sudden to allow for any improved experience for the passengers and airline customers. Exactly. It just came and it just the same way Tinubu is making decision. It's the same pattern that Keyamo used to make that decision. You just lock somewhere, make that decision bagam without even thinking of the risk associated, the inconveniences to airline operators and the passengers that are using the facility. Without any further thinking, you just shut it down. The same way Tinubu just removed first subsidy from his inaugural speech, May 29, without thinking. The same way he decided to float Naira exchange rate without thinking. The same way he has announced the sharing of subsidy across the state, giving each state 5 billion naira to share. And that thing is still right now like a mirage. Okay, not very clear yet. So as you want to share palliative, all the decisions they are making are just abrupt decisions without checking the impact on the populace. Quite unfortunate, and it's a very terrible one. Okay, so this reversal has just stirred some kind of reaction in the public. Somebody said that's what you get from appointees who are not prepared to learn about the assignments. The party itself is a major failure. That is it. How can you make a son Minister of Aviation. What does he know about transport, both air transport, sea transport, and land transport? There are people who are professionals in transportation, or there are people who are also professionals in aviation business. Those are the kind of people you should put there to run that ministry, not carrying a son. The same way they made Fashola son to be Ministry of Works. What does he understand about civil engineering and construction? What does he understand by infrastructural facilities, construction and maintenance? Yeah? So I don't understand. Design, construction, and maintenance, he doesn't know anything there. The same thing is going to happen. That is putting a square peg in a round hole. It can't enter. It's definitely going to cause injury in the hole. That is it. It can't enter. So that is what you get when you put people who do not understand the business to go and manage it. They will wreck it for you and they will give excuse. That is the truth. It's almost a quack minister with zero knowledge in aviation. Exactly. Somebody who does not understand aviation, you're giving him that kind of rule. What do you get? He's just acting on his impulse, acting on his adrenaline. He wants to show that he's capable and he's hitting the ground running and then causing jeopardy everywhere. Obvious result of poor planning. Exactly. That's one thing. Because he's not competent for that role, so it's not the best of role for him. That is not what they should give him. That is it. Some say Tinubu and his ministers are scammers, confused in all ramifications, doesn't know what to do. That is it. That's what you get when you work to impress, Abi. So Keyamo is working to impress Tinubu, to show that he's hitting the ground running and he knows what he's doing. But now he's failing. The same way it didn't start with them. APC started it during Buhari time when they blocked all the borders problem, they blocked all the ATM cards problem, they blocked dollar sources problem, everything. And at the end of the day, they see that there's no result and they start opening them, undoing them one by one. And somebody saying this is just making noise all the time. Is he the only minister in Nigeria? He is not the first minister of aviation. Last, now cash out go end up. Now cash out. After all, had the Hesirika had just left now, and with all the corruption allegation on his neck, he's still working freely. What is her name? The former woman in aviation that ordered several BMW vehicles for aviation use, Stella Odwa. All the corruption cases on her neck have also been swept under the carpet. Now it is Keyamo's time to cash out. Nigeria will hail thee. Why is it impossible for successive aviation ministers to implement the movement of airlines to the new terminal building? So at the Lagos International Airport, do we know whether the facilities are good? Do we know whether they completed that project in a very designed manner? In fact, I just pray that wing of the terminal will not even collapse one day, because only God knows the kind of QAQC of that job. If not, if everything is done according to design and everything is working, there's no reason why international airlines operators will not be directed to go there, to go and land and load and take off. But if since they inaugurated or they commissioned it, that has not happened, there must be something they don't want to let us know. There must be something they're hiding, obviously. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment. For the knowledge of the public, the ban on the old wing of the Mohammed International Airport in Lagos has been lifted, and now travelers can be processed on the D wing of that airport when they are landing or taking off as well. So that, or departure rather. So that is the news. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.